East African history. Semei Kakungulu. Semei Kakungulu. Semei Wakalenzi Kakungulu was born in Kuki around 1870. He grew up as a page at the Kabaka's palace in Buganda. With the growing influence of the missionaries at the Kabaka's court, Kakungulu found himself so close to the British. He was converted to Christianity and christened Semei. During the 1888-1890 religious wars, Kakungulu joined hands with Christians to topple Helma and the Muslims who had taken control of Mengo, Buganda's capital. His political career began to take shape in 1890 when he decided to ally/collaborate with the British for personal gains. Why Kakungulu collaborated with the British? He participated in the 1888-1890 religious wars in Buganda on the side of Protestants who emerged victorious, and this marked the beginning of his collaborating career. The growing influence of the missionaries also forced Kakungulu to collaborate. This was because he had been converted to Christianity, and this forced him to ally with the British. Kakungulu was an opportunist who expected material rewards from the British, e.g. old clothes and employment, land, etc. Because of his humble origin, Kakungulu wanted to earn himself fame and recognition from the Baganda and Uganda at large. Kakungulu was also convinced that the best way of fighting Buganda's enemies, e.g. Bunyoro, was to collaborate with the British. Kakungulu also had serious ambition for power and leadership, e.g. he at one time crowned himself Kaibazing of Busoga to satisfy his appetite for power. Kakungulu's failure to get a post in the Buganda government also forced him to collaborate with the British, e.g. Sir Apollo Kagwa beat him to the post of Katikiro Prime Minister. Kakungulu was also interested in developing Buganda, and he believed that through collaboration with the British, Buganda would develop. The willingness of the British to tap the administrative potential in him also brought Kakungulu close to the British, hence his collaboration. East African history. Semei Kakungulu. Kakungulu also collaborated out of ignorance, i.e. he didn't know the intentions of the British. Due to Mwanga's harsh rule, Kakungulu was also forced to collaborate with the British. E.g. Mwanga was against the British, yet Kakungulu wanted to be their ally. All the above reforms earned Kakungulu a lot of admiration from the British, but this was short-lived. In 1901 his headquarters at Bidoka were attacked and taken over by the British, forcing Kakungulu to withdraw to Nabimoli. Kakungulu also suffered a series of demotions, e.g. was demoted from being the Kaboko Bukedi to county chief at Mbale. In 1923, Kakungulu was forced to retire on pension of £3,000, and this greatly demoralized and frustrated Kakungulu. Kakungulu later joined a religious sect called Bamalaki and opposed anything Western, e.g. medicine. In 1925, Kakungulu died a disappointed man and was buried in Mbale after failing to realize his dream of creating an empire for himself. Effects of Kakungulu's collaboration. He helped the British to extend colonial rule to eastern Uganda, particularly in Busoga, Bujasu, Tiso, Bukedi and Kimem. He convinced the fellow Baganda to accept British rule as a way of securing military help against their traditional enemies, the Bunyoro. Kakungulu built administrative posts in eastern Uganda, which the British later used as their bases, e.g. in MBL, Doka and Nabimoli. Kakungulu built several roads which eased the mobility of colonial armies and administrators. E.g. he built Mbale Terani Road, Bibilo Nabimoli Road and Iganga Budoka Road. Kakungulu united the Basoga and assumed the presidency of the Busoga Lukiko. He also trained many local rulers in the area, which greatly helped in the extension of indirect rule. He set up medical centers wherever he established administrative posts like Budoka Dispensary in Budoka. East African history. Semei Kakungulu.